Is USDC coming to the XRP ledger next? That is the question of the day. Let me know in the comments down below. And we got a full update on the company Circle, the massive moves that they've been making, along with the pending approval of their initial public offering. We got a lot to cover. Let's get straight on into this video. We're going to start right now by taking a look at CoinMarketCap. And as you can see, Circle coming in at the 7th spot behind XRP. $28 billion market cap for Circle, USDC, and we have XRP here at $29 billion. Now, what's happened here lately over the past year or so is Tether has taken a significant amount of market cap from Circle, up to about $97 billion here. So we're going to continue to watch the stablecoin battle, and it's going to get interesting here, folks. I'm going to show you here one of my first articles, Circle calling out Tether. We're going to get into that here in just 1 second. But as I'm going to be dropping this video here Monday to start off the week, I wanted to let everyone know, massive week coming up for economic data. We have key events coming in on Monday, new home sales data, CB consumer confidence data on Tuesday, and then very important US Q4 2023 GDP data. We get to see how much product have we been producing. And then we got the January PCE inflation data on Thursday, and about 10% of the S&P 500 companies reporting earnings this week. Total of 12 Fed speakers. It's going to be a massive week. Let's get right on into it, folks. Starting off here with this article, Circle and Coinbase call for stricter oversight of Tether amid allegations. So they're calling for enhanced regulation, and they literally called out Tether as well. We have Circle's Senior Director of Global Policy and Regulatory Strategy, Caroline Hill, targeted Tether, accusing it of contributing to terrorist financing. So they came before Congress, Crypto Crime in Context. This was a House Financial Services Committee hearing that happened about a week ago, and they are all over Tether, right? Calling them out, saying, hey, you guys need to take a look over here. And so there's a real battle underway right now between kind of Circle and Tether. And I'm in the same camp as Circle. They're talking about them doing terrorist financing. I just want to see their reserves. That's what I'm interested in. I know that there's been some shady stuff that they've allowed to go through with Tether, but I just am really curious about the reserves because, as you can see, being the largest stablecoin in the space, if it were to not be backed, that's that Tether ticking time bomb that we've always talked about. Now, Circle, their reserves, I could speak on those as well too. Mostly backing USDC by treasury bonds and short-term T-bills, right? That's another problem and a potential risk factor. But at least they are publishing open, transparent reports in that regard. And so we love to see it. Now, as far as the moves that Circle has been making, they just decided to actually pull USDC. They're no longer going to be issuing it on Tron. And that's this article right here. Why Circle's USDC is quitting the Tron network. That's the CEO, Jeremy Allaire. So Circle apparently thinks Tron isn't up to snuff. On Wednesday, the major stablecoin issuer announced it will cease minting on the Layer 1 blockchain effective immediately. The first moved in a phased transition to completely vacate the network founded by Justin Sun, who faces legal challenges in the United States. So right now, they say, as part of our risk management framework, Circle continually assesses the suitability of all blockchains where USDC is supported. And it added the decision came after an enterprise-wide effort to ensure that USDC remains trusted, transparent, and safe. And so this is the issue, right, with Tron. And if you look, a lot of Tether being printed over there on the Tron network, whole lot of manipulation. Obviously, Justin Sun getting in trouble right now. His close ties to CZ and Binance, as Secretary of Treasury Janet Yellen calls him, Binance, right? And so the ties run deep, and the corruption and the rumors are circulating. And so we're going to have to continue to watch that one. But they've just preempted this, and they've pulled it. And so I think that you have I don't know when the exact day is here. You'll have to look it up for yourself if you do have Circle issued on the Tron network. I know that I don't, and I doubt that there's many people in our community that do, but you have a little bit of time here left to move that off. But Circle making the move, and I think that they just continue to show that they're trying to work in an effort of transparency and compliancy first. Now, they are dropping the Tron network, and as I asked the question here today, Are they going to be going to the XRP ledger next? We know the XRP in and of itself is not a security. We're waiting for more legitimate issuers coming to the XRP ledger, and we're hopeful that issuers, reputable issuers like Circle will come and issue USDC, and hopefully this will start to ramp up that liquidity. We know that we're waiting for the AMM to get passed here, and that's going to be a very important pairing between XRP and USDC. So I think it's a tremendous opportunity for Circle to take a look at the XRPL, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if they've already, in fact, decided on those moves. And in the meantime, they have announced that they are going to be issuing USDC on Celo mainnet. So Celo, another project, definitely at the table, definitely been talked about, and we've covered them in the past, and they have now received USDC issuance on their network. That's a big deal. Businesses and institutions can access on and off ramps for USDC with Celo with Circle Mint and its APIs. Circle Mint also makes it easy to deposit USDC from one blockchain and withdraw USDC on another, avoiding the cost and delays of third-party bridging. So they've already worked out a bridge here. Developers can use USDC on Celo to build on a stable foundation that's built to last and officially supported by Circle. USDC is an open source permissionless protocol that enables any app to send and store digital dollars. Why USDC on Celo? A global mobile first user base, and this is important right here, an existing ecosystem of real world assets, including stablecoin use cases, and a diverse network of fast growing dApps and projects. Many leading ecosystem apps and protocols are expected to support USDC on Celo, including Ramp Network, Ripio app, and Valora. So they are going live. That's exciting news. Another one that they just announced is this one right here. We are excited to say they have a strategic partnership with Overdare to revolutionize the mobile gaming world. By integrating USDC payouts in our programmable wallets for Overdare's game content creators, we are making it easier for game content creators to collaborate and build new user experiences and seamlessly receive digital payouts using secure Web3 wallets. This is fantastic, right? I'm not as bullish on gaming. I mean, I'm bullish on it. It is massive. There's plenty of gaming. I don't game anymore. I used to back in the day. I used to cut it up hardcore on Call of Duty. I would have taken all you guys out. But I don't play video games anymore. But nonetheless, great use case, great utility. And you just see that Circle, they're making strategic investments across the board, right? Now, speaking of big deals happening right here, they played this one just a few days ago. And I found this interview. They've only actually had, let me pull this up. There's only 473 views on this video that dropped like a few days ago. So nobody's really watching Jeremy Allaire's and Circle's their YouTube channel and their podcast, but it was great content. I just listened to this and fantastic interview. I'm going to give you the bullet points real quick, but this is the CEO of Circle, Jeremy Allaire, and NASDAQ chair and CEO Adina Friedman. And so they interviewed this on macroeconomic trends, currency competition, and tech disruptions. Listen in on this one, folks, here. Just the first 20 seconds. This one did take place at the World Economic Forum. Listen in.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Allaire, and this is The Money Movement. I'm here in Davos, Switzerland at the World Economic Forum, and I'm very pleased to be joined today by Adina Friedman, the president and CEO of NASDAQ. Adina.
So there you have it, Adina Friedman, the CEO and president of NASDAQ. She's been with the company for 30 years, and here's your quick bullet points. So NASDAQ, they're reporting that they have about 85 companies ready to go public, and one of those, that might include Circle. They didn't specify if Circle was included in that list, but I would assume, right, because they've already filed, they did a confidential IPO filing in December. And so Circle is another one that's ready to go, but they already got 85 companies that are set to go public, it sounds like, this year. They say that 58% of Americans are invested in stocks directly or indirectly. So they've talked about, obviously with Robinhood and all these new apps, they've made the access to stock market, much more accessible, right, for the average person. And you're seeing this through all income brackets as well. And, the problem that I keep on bringing this back to, though, is, yes, that's fantastic. People own stocks, but they're getting in after these companies go public. And where's all the big money made at? It's on the private equity opportunities. We'll talk more on that in 1 second. But nonetheless, 58% of Americans have indirect or direct exposure to the stock market. And she notes a 30-year period where stocks have returned about 5,000% returns, while wages have only increased by 660%. So without a doubt, you stay in over the long term, this market is going to treat you well. But where it's going to treat you best is on that private side. And they say that blockchain tech, she says, it's more of an evolution versus a revolution. And to me, this is kind of the adults in the room conversation that we've always had in the XRP community in regards to Ripple as well, right? Compliance first. This is an evolution. Going to the incumbents and saying, hey, we have solutions. Going to incumbents like NASDAQ, one of the largest exchanges in the world, if not the largest exchange in the world, and in the United States here, that you work with them, you enable them with this technology, and that's how we have an evolution where the original Bitcoin thesis and the Bitcoin bro conversation kind of more focused on a revolution down with the banks. That's not how you actually make strides. And then they also mentioned the use case of AI to verify cryptographically the legitimacy of content, with AI being the big hype at Davos in Switzerland there at the World Economic Forum. They cite how that's a, growing concern and just one of many use cases, not even related to financial services, where blockchain technology could be used. But nonetheless, it was such an interesting interview to listen to the CEO of Circle, Jeremy Allaire, with Adina there from NASDAQ, and just how comfortable they were together, right? And how comfortable Circle is at that World Economic Forum at Davos. They're definitely in the room. And this is something that I've always noted about Coinbase and about Circle USDC. Now, Coinbase was a big darling. They had a massive IPO filing. And although they've had their battles with the SEC, they still are fighting the SEC. In the end, I think that they're going to have full clarity. And we've even talked about in the past how they purchased a securities broker dealer. And so they're going to cover their basis, whether they're selling, crypto commodities or crypto asset securities. Coinbase is going to be there to offer it, and they're trying to put compliance first, just like Circle is as well. And so I think, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I see just a beautiful opportunity for Circle to come to the XRP ledger and be an issuer there and get more exposure to USDC that way. And that USDC XRP pool, I think that you're going to have some of the best pools of liquidity, the best, tightest pairings are going to be on the XRP ledger AMM. And so let me know in the comments down below if you think that Circle is going to come to the XRP ledger next. Now, speaking of, where you really make the money at, I'm not here to give you financial advice. Take it from, take it from these folks themselves that are talking about the private markets and opportunities like Circle. These companies have significant upside potential in the financial services industry, as it appears that they've been kind of chosen by the regulators as doing things the right way, right? Being called into Congress to testify in front of the House Financial Services Committee. Right now, it is available on Link2. The link for that is right down below in the description of this video. And the reason why I have this here is because if you use my link, you will save $500 towards your first investment with Link2. So take advantage of that opportunity. And right now, Circle is available. The share price is $39 per share. If you spend over $10,000, you can drop that share price to $37 at an implied valuation of $7.2 billion. And what's interesting is if you look at that valuation, they actually raised money in 2022 at an $8.1 billion valuation. So similar to Ripple, right? Ripple raised at $15 billion valuation in 2022. Circle raised at 8.1. And now Ripple and Circle are both being offered for less than where they raised funds at in 2022. So is this an opportunity? You guys let me know in the comments down below. But if you're looking to get access to that private equity, the link for Link2 is down below. Make sure you take advantage of that. And for all of the rest of our community resources, you guys know it's all at my website. I just want to say thank you for all the support. We got a massive week coming up on economic data, more cryptocurrency updates, and we got all the content coming on XRP as well. I just think it's a match made in heaven for Circle to come issue USDC on the XRP ledger, and let's build out that liquidity pool, the best liquidity in the world on that XRP ledger DEX, utilizing that automated market maker coming soon. I appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you in the next one. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.